Welcome to today's video, everyone. My name is Justice Wardlaw, and welcome. Today's vlog post is going to be discussing the 5 steps to a successful lifestyle. And the reason why I chose today's blog post is pretty simple. Over the course of the last year, my business, my life has really transformed into something greater. And over the last 14 days, I've stepped into something totally different, which I wanted to discuss with you guys, because the whole importance of, I feel, our life is to change consistently, be better people, do more things, do bigger things, and as we do this, share this with other people. And going into a new year, I'm altering things that I'm doing right now, not just focusing on online marketing, but focusing on personal development as well. And what I'm going to talk about today, and what I want you to really understand, is that having a successful lifestyle, and what I'm really finding out, is it's not about the money. And I would think, or if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said having a successful lifestyle is, 6 figures a year, 6 figures a month, $1 million a year, $1 million a month. That's a successful lifestyle. But as I've read, as I've studied and did new things, I'm finding out that that's not the case whatsoever. And I wanted to share with you these steps on what you can do to have a successful lifestyle as well, and how you can take what I'm doing and apply this to your life. So let's step into it. After the video, leave a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts and suggestions as always. I'm open to it. But step one that I feel is very crucial is working out daily. This is something I took very seriously. You see, a year ago, I was 145 pounds, and I'm 5'7", so for my height, that weight was pretty good. But I was tired of being the little guy. I didn't feel like I was healthy. I didn't feel like I was fit. I just didn't like it whatsoever. So I changed it. I changed my body, literally. Today, being December 9th, I'm 175 pounds, and it's pure muscle mass. I just bulked the fuck up. And it was only because I wanted to do something different with my body. I wanted to change it drastically. And how I did that was good eating and a consistent workout schedule. Now, the diet part is the hardest part, and the consistent schedule of working out. Those were the two biggest things that I felt were the biggest issues, and the ones that I feel that might be big for you as well. So I recommend, if you can, really start to, jot down what you eat, and then figure out your goals, and then go to the gym maybe 2-3 times a week starting out, and then increase it. Now I'm going to the gym 5 times a week. My rest days are on Thursday and Sunday. So I really started off slow. I did like two times a week, and then I moved up. I tried P90X. I didn't like it. Maybe I tried again to see, because I'm on a different flow pattern. But I really do feel that working out consistently is a big part of having a successful lifestyle. I feel great. I feel amazing. The things I can do now is just beyond my control. Now, the next step is reading daily. Now, if it's motivational, inspirational, if it's blogs, ebooks, books, magazines, whatever, read something daily, every single day. When I first wake up, I try not to check my iPhone for emails and stuff like that, and I try to read before I wake up. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. But I read in the morning, and right now I'm reading a great book, First Steps to Wealth by Danny Johnson. I'm actually reading it again. I read it before. I'm trying to find a great book to finish off the year, so if you have any suggestions, leave them below. But reading has really helped me out. It's really helped me really think about my life differently. What I'm doing, why I do things, how I'm interacting with people, how am I presenting myself, what I want people to think of me, dating wise, relationship, my relationship when it comes to my spiritual side, a lot of different factors. Reading has really expanded my mind in the sense as to, okay, this is what I want my life to look like in 5 years, 10 years, 60 days, 90 days. And when I do that, I start to think, oh, this is how I want to use what I read to apply to this. And what I've noticed, and I don't know if any of you have ever noticed this, is that a lot of the books that were written, maybe 80s, 90s, early 2000s, a lot of it on a business factor and also like a personal development factor, a lot of it does not change. The information might sound a little bit differently, but it's it's still the same. I don't see it being that big of a difference. It's still the same information, and I find that being so funny. So read consistently. Read every single day if you can. It doesn't matter what you read, just read something, and focus on that. Step 3: take your life off of social media. And what I mean by taking your life off social media is stop posting everything that you do. And I had a problem with this, and my problem was I put everything. I checked into Foursquare everywhere I went. That's why I have over 1,000, 2,000 check-ins, and what I did, what I was eating, who I was with this and that, and it damaged me without knowing. And how I knew that was a year ago. I was on a date, and me and the woman, we were sitting down, we were having dinner, and we were chatting, and she was like, "Justice, you put a lot of stuff on social media that there is no secret to you, it seems. There is no umph. Like James Bond, you don't really know all about him. You know something, but you don't know it all." And after when we got into conversation about that, she was explaining a lot more. It made me think, like, damn, it really isn't. And learning that and applying that over the last year, I've learned, to not put a lot of stuff on social media. I have a very private lifestyle now. I post very minimum things, and it's even getting smaller and smaller. Where it's like half the stuff I don't really say, or I don't post that frequently. Even having a business that's online, I'm trying to not really center my business around any social media sites. And this is something that I feel is important for anybody because I feel social media has taken away our individual selves, giving us privacy in our lives. I remember that, being in a relationship was sacred, and it was private, and it was your friends knew. And when you went from a relationship to being single again, it was more of a grieving process to become a better person, not a commenting fiasco. And now it's just totally changed. I feel that's a big step in being successful or having a successful lifestyle, because social media can damage you without you knowing it. You putting too much information out there that shouldn't be said or shouldn't be shared or anything of that sort. So I feel that when you take your life off of social media, I don't mean all of it, maybe a good portion of it, you'll start to notice that there's no need to put it on there. Beefing or arguing with people, yelling, all this other, it's unnecessary. It really is. The fourth step, I feel, is I'm looking at my notes, becoming humble with simple things. And what I mean by that is a lot of people feel that they will be humble or grateful for things when they have an abundance of stuff. I will be grateful for the car I get next time. I will then clean this car, make it better, get an oil change on time, or get the tires rotated on time, my next car. But this car, I'm just going to run into the ground. I don't like this person, so I'm not going to treat them that well. But the next person I'm with, I'm going to treat them amazing. I make $35,000, $28,000, $18,000 a year. But when I get a better job, then I save 10% of my money and really focus on getting out of debt. You have to start being humble with the things that you have now, and really understanding that what you have now should be treated as if it is that $1 million Rolls Royce, that this person is that person you will spend the rest of your life with, that this car will be, you should be focusing on what you have now and being humble for what you have now. Because if you can't, then anything after that won't be better than what you have now. Or if it is, you still will be looking for the next thing then you'll use, okay, you know what? I have a 2012 now, but I'm going to treat this okay. But when I get my 2013, then I clean that every single day. You know, it'll always be something else. Learning how to be humble is hard because we're not taught to be humble. When you think about it, we're taught to just want more, put everything on credit, and hope and wish that everything is okay. It's not about rejoicing and being humble as to what we have and what we're going to do and how we're going to do things. It's not that way whatsoever, but it needs to change and it needs to stop. That's one of the biggest factors, I feel, is that when we can stop doing that and start being humble, our lives will be more successful in every category. And last but not least, the fifth thing is dedicate yourself to one thing for an entire year. It can be anything. Fitness, building your relationship with yourself, spiritual aspect, your significant other, to your children, to your job, whatever, to your business. But dedicating yourself to something for at least a year will take you on a path that is phenomenal. My fitness path over the last year has done things for me that I feel that if I didn't take it, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Because fitness was, about the consistency, hard work, pushing through it, understanding, reading, applying. It was a lot of different things. And as I grew more in my fitness life, other aspects of my life grew. And now I'm in a business, Empower Network, which I was like, okay, I'm dedicating, another year to building up this business. So it's like I'm on this new journey right now. And I know while I take this journey, I will do new things and study new things and be a part of things that is truly phenomenal. So dedicating yourself is very, very important. And most people don't dedicate themselves to anything. It's always wishy-washy. I do this for 3 months, and I do this for this amount of time, and I do that for this amount. It's never really, I will continue to do this for a year. And when you can do that, when you can dedicate yourself for 1 year to all these different things, your life will start to change in a way that is truly phenomenal. I really do believe that. These are the 5 steps, in my opinion, to a successful lifestyle. And as I continue to grow, I will share more and do a lot more videos. I know I escaped for a while. I was focusing on business, but now I was planning to do new things. Leave a comment below on which successful step that you feel is your favorite and why, and any other comment that you would like to leave. I really want to engage, and I want your thought and your feedback from a lot of this. Once again, thank you for checking out today's video. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. You can follow me on Twitter. You can like me on Facebook. And thank you for checking out today's video. You have a great day.